Okay, okay.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we're a few minutes late. On topic today, I had a few stressful things pop up in my schedule this morning. So if you're here live, welcome. Welcome to day 5 of our energy reset. We are more than halfway through this, and I hope for those of you who have been taking time and carving out this 20 minutes in your day, I hope by now you are starting to feel the impacts of that just by very simply doing a little something for you every day. It has a profound impact on how we feel, and we're so excited to come and talk to you about stress today because it's a big one, right,
Yeah,
Anna? Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh, it's a big one. So
Yes.
um, I'm so excited to have Anna here today. Anna is a friend and also a colleague now with me in the Boost program. And Anna, go ahead and introduce yourself and a little bit about your background before we jump in.
Yes. So I'm Anna Davenport. I live in Wisconsin. I have been a personal trainer and healthy living specialist since 2001. So I have a degree in exercise and sports science, and I've taught every group fitness class there is, but have really loved coaching women specifically through personal training and the whole gamut of that. And I've found, great benefit in exercise, in dealing with stress and exhaustion. And this topic is near and dear to my heart. So my husband, Alex, and I have been married for 13 years. We have 3 kids. We have a 10-year-old, an almost 8-year-old, and an almost 4-year-old. And he was our surprise with an extra chromosome. And he is amazing and also an extremely busy guy. So this is live, so we never know what might happen. This could be really
Yeah, we were both saying that. Like, I literally was running up my stairs. I'm like, Anna, I'm coming. And my kids are here. They're like, Mom. So anything could happen today. This is going to be a fun
happen. Yeah, worst case scenario, we take this down, we said, joking. So hopefully it's a good show for you, those of you that are live. It could be really fun. We are also an airline family, and I would say oftentimes that's a higher stressor in my life, even than being a special needs mom. And we also became a homeschool family in the last 2 years. And I will get into that a little bit as we talk about one of the activities we're going to do today that I've needed to do as our lifestyle has changed. And this is something that you can do whenever you go through a major life change or a trauma or something, an exercise that will help you process it and move forward. And Megan and I are really passionate about women not staying stuck where they are, but making healthy decisions to help to manage their stress and their anxiety.
Yes,
So
everything.
what
Yes.
is what are your stressors? And you guys can leave these in the comments. What are the
Yeah.
primary things that cause you stress? This is something
And
just to
like raise your hand if you're also a homeschool mom, right?
yeah.
These things, a single mom or, co-parenting situations, like
Yeah.
we want to know.
We hear the word stress a lot. I'm so stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I had another homeschool mom this week tell me, we got to a get together and she just told us, you guys, I'm overwhelmed. I actually had an outburst of anger. I knocked over a kitchen chair, not at one of her kids, but had this outburst. And I asked her, where do you think you need to start to process the overwhelm? What needs to change? And she just said, I have no idea. And I think a lot of us are coming to this conversation, I would assume, where do I even start? So I want to help to break it down for you, make it a little bit easier so it's not so overwhelming to even sit down and consider, where is all my stress coming from? So what is stress? It is inputs to our body and our mind that we have to deal with on a daily basis. And it becomes anxiety when it hasn't been processed. So anxiety often comes from remembering a stressor or anticipating a stressor that might be coming. And there really are 3 sort of well-known coping strategies that you will find on all sorts of research papers. I was, reading up this week to come to you with this talk, but in the top 3 always, you guys, is movement and exercise. And I think that is one thing that often falls to the bottom because there's just not time and it's too overwhelming to start a new plan or a new program, or we're too ambitious, right? We try to do something that is actually more stressful. So high intensity interval training when your body is already stressed is going to cause more stress. So as a personal trainer, when my clients would come to me, I would ask, what are the stressors in your life? And so that is what we're going to do today. And then it would help them find a workout plan that is specific to their stress levels. So we're going to be really kind and gentle to ourselves today. But I want you to grab, I've got my pencil because black pens don't exist in our house. We can't find them. That is actually a stressor. I've got my pretty journal, and I just want you to don't overthink it because that is overwhelming. But I wrote down my day. What are the things I need to do? So these might not even be things you've thought of that are stressful, but what do you literally need to do? And just jot down a couple things. Taking the kids to school. It might be transitions. Those are big at our house as stressors. Might be some appointments, therapy.
And this is all really unique, right? Like when we're thinking about things that cause stress and demand a lot of time, there's no like right or wrong here, right? We all kind of process things differently. And so what may be stressful for Anna and like causing her to feel like this is really hard, it might be like no big deal for somebody else. So just, like as you do this, even like don't judge yourself for things that feel hard and overwhelming. Like for a while, cleaning to me, like having to do dishes, laundry was like just so overwhelming to me. And I would really judge myself hard. Like that shouldn't be a stressor in my life. That it shouldn't take a ton of time, but it just felt like cleaning and keeping my house clean was this mammoth thing. So just be gracious with yourself as you work through these.
Yeah. And there really should be no I shoulds in our language. It would be nice if this wasn't a struggle. It would, that gentle language to yourself. As you're looking at your list, right? I love what Megan added. We don't want to start getting overwhelmed here just looking at it. But I would love if you would just put a little check mark to what is most draining physically and what is most draining emotionally. Just a quick little check mark. And then we're going to circle the things that are out of your control on this list. So for example, I don't have control over how often my kids get up at night. So if you put your sleep or rest, not getting adequate rest, you might circle that if it is out of your control. So has that been out of your control? And then we're going to put just a little like exclamation point or something next to what is in my control, that this is really stressing me out, but there might be an opportunity for a new habit or a new system, a way to ask for help with that. And I like to write, that exclamation point and the word help. Like, I need help here. This is in my control and I need help. And this is just acknowledging your own limitations. And it is so easy to compare to other moms. Good gravy. I've got, airline moms to compare to, homeschool moms, special needs moms, but I am unique, and where I need help, that's okay. So put your help, ask for help. That's that oxygen mask. We need our help first before we can help people around us. So we're just taking note of that. We want to take this this detailed look frequently at our life so that we can see what needs to be delegated, what needs to be dropped to add in what we need to sustain our life. And that's going to be, where can we fit these 20 minutes of activity and exercise that truly gives us life to help cope. There is a reason why exercise falls in the top 3 ways of coping. So the other 2 were journaling. So what you're doing, you're putting on paper what's swirling in your head, the to-do list, you're putting it down. And the other is meditation or contemplation, which for me happens when I exercise. So that is a major help in handling the stressors that you have. And I wanted to talk just, we know we're stressed, we don't know what to do about it, and we're here to help you put your oxygen mask on so that you can move forward as a healthier person. This stress, Megan talked about the other day, we think that our life will just stay static if we don't change, but the impact of stress and exhaustion on your body will just keep building if we allow it to continue on. So if you're and modern life is stressful. What I did 10 years ago in one day, it is so different even now, what we're trying to fit in and what we're trying to do. And that's where what's in my control, you're also looking at what can I delegate? What can I drop? Is this just too much for my personality and my family? But if your stress and exhaustion continues on unaddressed and you delay adding in just this lovely movement, this is the depressing part of this, but only because I know the hope that we have for you guys. Chronic stress actually leads to an atrophy of your brain mass. It can decrease the weight of your brain. It weakens your immune system. And it also can impact just all of your muscles. So I was telling Megan right before we started, I had a client many years ago, struggling her name, but she maybe wouldn't want to be named publicly anyways, but Cindy, she came to me because her doctor prescribed exercise for her. She had gotten so stressed and tight through her upper body that she could not take a deep breath. So she could not fill. And truly, we did the most gentle workouts, and it was gasping because of the impact of years and years of a high stress job. And when I think of that image, that helps me to get the mindset of, I absolutely have to move today. This has to move up the priority list in my life, and it needs to for you too, but not in an overwhelming way. You don't have to do this alone. You have us and you have community. We would never send our kids or a good friend, like you would never say, go figure it out for yourself, but we tell that to ourselves. So
Yeah.
talking to yourself like you would a really good friend, what advice would you give them? My friend this week who knocked over the chair, asking her, do you have an idea of some healthy things that you could do to help you cope? And wait, I didn't want to overwhelm her with tips either, but what would you tell a friend telling yourself in a really kind and gentle way? What can you drop from your looking at those helps and those exclamation points? Those are areas that you could ask someone to help, or perhaps sit down with your family and build a different strategy so that you can fit in 20 minutes of exercise that will have a compounding effect. Exercise builds interest. You will strengthen your immune system. You will have a healthier mind. I am obsessed with the work of Carla Hannaford. She is a brain psychologist. She's in her 80s now. She is so fun to listen to, especially if you have kids with special needs, but it is like, it'll hit you listening to her or reading her book, because she talks about the immediate impact of your brain clicking and turning on as soon as you start moving.
Mhm.
And when you have that, when you know the impact of that, the habit starts to happen. And we want to help you build the habit here.
Yeah. And I want to go back to what you said, Anna, because I had a light bulb moment for that. So I hit that place of overwhelm, like what you were talking about, where things compounded in my life, and it was exhaustion. It was pain. I had so much pain in my body. And I know some of you here have shared, dealing with this like mysterious chronic pain. Sometimes this can be stress that hasn't been released from our muscles. This is another thing that happens with stress, is in our stress response, our body releases this signal to our muscles to tense up. This is our fight or flight response. You've probably heard that. And it's almost like this surge of energy goes into our muscles to get us ready to run away or fight a bear or, protect our kids from whatever is attacking. But that tension actually stays in our muscles if it's not released. And so you can imagine for us as constantly day in, day in, day in, stress. If you're not giving that tension an outlet through movement and all of that, it's just compounding in your body. And so I was in that place. I was in an incredible amount of pain. And I had this same moment where I was like, even me, like, I'm a professional, like, I got this. Like, I've been working out for a really long time. Like, I'm fine. I can figure this out. And I needed to go and I needed to get help and I needed to get somebody to like walk me through this process. And that was a very hard moment. But what Anna said was like this light bulb moment for me is like, same thing with my kids, right? Samuel has lots of issues that he's needed like therapy for. And I probably could have gone and bought all of the books and I probably could have spent hours educating myself on the strategies that he needed and all of that. But I knew it was so important. I was like, I need somebody to do this for me, right? I need to go and get him a professional who's just going to tell me what I need to do with him and make this process easier, right? And so this is where having, for me, like I had this light bulb moment, like, well, of course I'm going to do that for him. Like, why wouldn't I do that for myself with this thing that is so important, my body and my health? And once I came to grips with that one thing, like I would do this in an instant for my child, like I'm going to do this for myself now. It really changed everything. So just let that sit with you as you're thinking through this, right? Like you probably could figure this out on your own, but having somebody just lay out the step-by-step for you and taking that burden off of you is just, it's not selfish, right? It's just wise. It's what we would do for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I needed it too.
Yeah, exactly. Working as a personal trainer, the personal trainers would hire each other. Why? Because we were outputting so much planning for other people as our job that I needed someone to just plan my workout so I could just show up for it.
Yeah.
So I have done that throughout my life. If I'm struggling to stay consistent, I ask for help because I have seen how it has worked for so many. It's never going to not work. Having people on your team cheering you on is never going to not work. Yeah. I used to joke around with my clients in the gym. I'm like, you could probably just pay anyone money to stand here next to you. You're gonna show up. You're gonna probably work a little smarter, a little harder. Just having someone on your team. We were made for having each other, for having community, for knowing other people are on the same path and they're doing this. I love knowing you, Megan, because I know you are going through intense stress and struggle with your family. And so it keeps me going. Like, I know, okay, Megan's doing this. I can do this. Our small groups, seeing, even today, being on Messenger with them and seeing they're getting their workouts in. A mom is potty training her daughter with Down syndrome this weekend. My son had a huge potty victory. But this is the community that is going to help push you with your health and fitness and encourage.
And on Monday, like we're going to make this path very clear for you, right? Like, how do we move forward from here? Those things that make this so much easier for you, right? So it's not overwhelming. We're going to go there. But I think, when we think about stress, we have to start with that awareness of the things and finding the space in our life, I think is one of the hardest steps, right, Anna? Like finding that space. So what is it?
It's gotten a lot. Yeah, it's gotten a lot harder for me too. I will say just season shifts. So one really great question, if you're struggling for yourself, still have your journal out, is what has changed? What bumped me out of routine? I had a really great routine. If you're thinking 5 years ago, I was like working out every day. What bumped you out of routine? And it very easily could have been a trauma, a move, a stress, and that's okay. Just look at it as you're balancing your checkbook, right? It's the facts that are here, but we really do want to know how much, what's going on. We don't want to avoid that process. What actually happened and how can I move forward? What's draining my energy? What changed? Take that inventory, look at it without a shaming eye or voice to yourself, using that. It's okay. This is what I've come through. Look at what I've come through. What can I drop from here? What can I ask for help? What can I delegate with my health? How can I bring someone else on my team who can plan it out, make it clear, and I don't have to think about it? And then looking at where's the easiest place to insert this into my life. And I would love to hear those of you that are doing the challenge. When have you been doing your workouts? Have you worked through some trial and error at time of day and routine? That's the thing that's gotten really wonky for me with homeschooling, because I don't have as much control over when that workout fits in the day because I'm educating. So I need to make sure I'm educating, and I don't have control over my sleep. My kids are not great sleepers. So I'm not waking up at 5 to do my workout because they woke me up at 2 and 4, and I'm going to sleep as long as I possibly can. But so you're looking, where's the easiest place to start this habit? And then reminding yourself of the ripple effect. We need to have that value. And Megan did a great job building that earlier this week about how this is going to have a ripple effect. So whenever you work out, you are telling yourself at the end, wow, that felt good. I notice how I'm feeling now. I notice my attitude, because that's positive feedback to bring you back to that workout again. So
Yeah.
so
The
yes,
Facebook banner here is this, I don't know if mantra, but this thing that I created whenever I was dealing with like resistance about getting started on the workout, right? Because your brain is always thinking of all the other things that you could be doing. And like the step of like, no, I'm starting the workout. This is one of the things we work through with our clients through a lot, is getting them actually to start. Because once you start, it feels so good. So it says you are 20 minutes away from better energy and a good mood. And this is what I say, like anytime I'm having to get out, I do my workouts early in the morning because it is truly the only time during my day. I wake up at 5 and I'm going. And when that alarm goes off and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. Like that is literally what's in my head, is like, okay, you are 20 minutes away from better energy for your day and a good mood. Do you want to start your day that way, or do you want to start your day dragging? This is what I ask myself. I'm like,
yeah.
I want that, right? I know that that's on the other side of making that choice. So I think that's really powerful.
Amazing. I have a similar mantra. My workouts are often at a circadian low in the afternoon. So when school is done, about 3, but I give myself this other really great reward. I'm going to feel great. And I also get to have a cup of coffee after. So you can give yourself these little rewards, right? Because you want to in the afternoon, and that's like your sugar and your caffeine crash. But I'm going to work out first. And guess what? A lot of times I skip the coffee because I feel energized. And now I'm ready for the evening to get me through. So it's awesome. You guys are 20 minutes away from better mood and better energy, just like us. So we care about you guys. I hope that wasn't too depressing. I hope that.
No, and here's what we want to hear, right? So you guys are getting entered into are going to get the recipe giveaways for commenting. So here's what we want to hear in the comments from you, because we're in the group, right? We're here this weekend on and off commenting, and we want to hear have you been able to identify any places or anything in your life that you may be able to put on hold or step away from that is not serving your best interest? Are there places where you're investing your time and your energy and feeling stressed about things that may not actually be as important as you think they are right now? Or when we're looking at this priority list, like exercise needs to be on this higher priority than this. What are those things? What are your what are your roadblocks for finding the time in your day, like different things? We can definitely help talk you through that. And then when during your day, when does it look like 20 minutes is going to be doable for you? We want to hear that. Is it the morning? Is it during the day? Is it at night? What have you been doing? Or even if you've had something in your mind, because I know some of you, you've been in here and you've not been able to start on the workouts yet, right? So sometimes this is part of the learning process. We will have in our mind, like, okay, I'm going to do this workout here, really want to do it. And then that time comes and then something has happened, right? And that's okay. This is part of the learning and the trial and error. It doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. It doesn't mean that it's not doable. It doesn't mean that your life is so stressful that you cannot figure this out. This is a part of the learning process that we all have to go through when we're introducing new habits. So if that voice in your head is like, oh, see, I knew I couldn't do this, reframe that. Try saying, okay, it didn't work. What can I try next time? We're here to help with that. Like, let us know so that we can talk you through this and coach you through this. This is what we love to do. Is there anything I missed, Anna?
No, I think that's really beautiful. I mean, yeah, we want to be an encouragement to you guys.
Yeah.
We're in this journey with you, and we've seen it be a great benefit to not just us, but women that we've coached for a really long time. And we are, here to kind of push you through. I always joke around, like I could do my own taxes, but it is so incredibly overwhelming that I have someone do my taxes for me. And honestly, being a personal trainer has caused me to ask for help in so many other areas, because I see what happens when you ask for help in an area. You know what to do. We know there's tons of research out there. You know what to do. That's not the same thing as doing it and having support to do it and being set up for success. So,
I love it.
just to mull that over, set yourself up for success like you would set up a good friend for success. So think about that.
And that makes me think of today. So my boys are having birthdays. This is birthday month. And I love you guys so much. And I'm so obsessed with helping you that I did this energy reset the same week that I'm planning my boys' birthday party. And I was like,
I was a little bit sure. Yeah.
So today I'm going to birthday party, but it's the same thing. I was like, okay. I was like, well, I could have an awesome party at my house and I could do all the decoration. I could do all the things. And I was like, no, like we're going to a place and they're doing everything. I was like, I'm not going to let myself be stressed and overwhelmed. And I could have put that pressure on myself. I could have put that expectation on myself that I have to, decorate and have a theme and have all these things. And that was a choice that I had to make. Like, nope, this is not actually worth it to me. They're going to have tons of fun. I'm going to delegate this out to these people that do this. We're going to have a great time. And I'm not going to be stressed all week about it. And it's been great.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can't do everything. I mean, you really do have to choose, but you absolutely need exercise and movement. That's not something that can drop.
Yeah.
It's essential. So, if you want to keep your body moving, useful for the long haul, this is absolutely essential. Yeah.
Yes. So stress levels come down, we feel good. So here's what's coming. We are so close to the end of this energy reset. Tomorrow is our last 20-minute workout. And there are going to be two options for you here again, because at this point, I want to give you permission to go with what feels good for you. So we have a cardio option and we have a stretch option. I'm a certified yoga teacher and I love how stretching just releases this tension from our body and it helps us to learn how to slow down. This is something that we do every week in the Boost program. And I know some of you right now, you may be wanting more like higher intensity. You love getting the heart rate up. You love sweating. We talked about how that's great as a stress release. It's great for our brain. So go there if you want to. But if you're feeling like, I want to stretch and release tension from my body and like slow down a little bit, check in with yourself and choose which one of those is going to feel good. You let us know in the comments and we'll hear that. And then our last day of live training will be Monday at 12. And this is where we are going to paint this picture and this pathway of what is the easiest path coming out of here for you to head into your year with a plan in place, with all of the things that are going to make it really easy for you to reach your goals, feel your best, and we're gonna just slingshot you into your year with awesome energy. I can't wait. So Anna, thanks for being here. You guys leave a comment, and we're here to support you this weekend. I'm gonna go birthday party it up,
Hey, have
And,
fun. I've got some
thank
kids feeling
you.
under the weather, so I was joking with the gals in my community group that, I'm just searching the house for my AirPods today and lost library books and tending to kids. Really exciting, not a party here, and exercising. So there we go.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day, Anna. Thank you, ladies. Have a great
Bye,
weekend.
everyone.
For the next one.